Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Glenn here with UFC Breaks. Hope you're doing well. And as you know, UFC Knockout is the big thing going on right now. We just opened up a bunch of it the other night. We opened a full case. And what I wanted to talk about today was what is inside a case. So without all the opening and the packs and everything, I'm going to show you exactly how many of every type of card we got inside one full case of UFC Knockout. This is the box here. This is one we actually opened just the other day. But let's show you in order. I've got base cards, I got inserts, parallels, patches, autos. I'm going to show you exactly how many there are so you can get a sense of how rare these cards really are and have a better idea when you're looking to buy or sell them as well. So the first thing here, these are base cards, and I was curious how many there are. This year, 2025, there's more than 2024. We got 120 base cards out of one case. So that's 8 hobby boxes, 120 base. There's a stack of them here. Some of these, we're going to sell all of them probably in 2 weeks or so once we open some more. We'll sell them all in a lot. And people can take them and grade them individually, and you can make some money doing that and selling them. But it's not for us. That's not our primary concern. So we're just selling them as a bulk lot. But that is 120 base cards that came in there. More interesting, where you start to see a little diversity, is the inserts. So these are Inception inserts, and we got 32 Inception cards. There's two like different colors here. There's a blue or red. I think it just depends who the fighter is. I didn't see anything else noteworthy, but we picked up 32 of these, all in all, just base insert Inception. And that was by far the largest insert that we got was Inception, the most common. And then after that, it goes downhill real fast. And let me just show you what we got here. The next most common was Ferocity. And this is what a Ferocity insert looks like. And there are parallels, I think, of almost all of these. But these are, again, just the base ones. And so we got 11 Ferocity inserts. And after that is Knockout Artist, which we only got 4 of these. So these, all of a sudden, the rarity, relative rarity of the inserts and how hard they are to get goes way down. And you can see there's 4 there. So just only 4. Next was DNA, where we only got 3. A little Peyton Talbot. And this kind of goes in line, if you watched our rarity video on 101s and which one are the rarest. This follows suit because the rarer the card, the rarer the 101, it's found the same pattern with these inserts. The ones that you see less of, the 101's much harder to hit also. So then we have Face Off, which is a cool card, and I look forward to seeing more parallels. I think some of these super fractors might be really incredible. We only got 2 of these. And then this one, we actually got a few more of. These are the Ultimate Fighter ones. The Gaethje we saw from the case, Chael, Chuck Liddell, and Max Holloway. We got 4 of those in there. So that's out of a whole case. That's how many inserts we got in each type. The next one that I wanted to go over was the parallels. And these are all sleeved up here, so I'll show you. So by far the most common parallel is the bronze to 299. And this is what these look like. These are getting ready to go on eBay, but you can see there's basically just the outline around the knockout symbol, and the name is going to be where the parallel color is. Maybe the top's in the rookie also. And then it's stamped here, and that's the case for all of them. Big Joe Pyfer to 299. So these are all bronze, and we picked up 12 total bronze parallels. You can see the stack there. That was the most common. Makes sense, being the highest numbered. The second most common, actually not, but close to second most common, is to 188. Kind of an old Topps parallel they made. I think these are considered gold. They look like gold, but I mean, especially in that camera angle, it looks like gold. And it's always just real minor around here. But we got 8 of these. 188, Zhang Wei Li. My man, Marcus McGee. And then the next one, where we had one more, we had 9 of, was green. And that's right here. So these are green parallels. One thing that's going to throw off the math here a little bit, this is an insert parallel. I just included it in there. There are a couple of them. So our base inserts numbers might be just off by 1 or 2. But these are all green parallels to 99, and there's the base green to 99. And you can see there's like one Ferocity and one Ultimate Fighter. But those are green, and that's the green parallel. You can see right by the name. So we picked up 9 green parallels total. And then we have to 125. These were actually, they should be more frequent than the 99s, but I think it's because there isn't a 125 hollow of the insert. These are 125s, they're hollows, and you can see right around the knockout there what it's doing. That's the hollow to 125. So we got 3 of those. Cheppy Mariscal, let's go. The machine gun. And what else? We got 88 orange. So for orange, the color is orange. These are to 88. We picked up 4 of these. So only 4 cards to 88 out of a whole case. And let's see, what's next? 50. These are cool. Cards to 50, which, to be totally fair, like, if you open up a Finest Blaster, you're going to get a lot of cards to, like, around 50 to 99. So these, I mean, they're hobby cards, so they're a little more expensive. But we got an Islam and a Tony Ferg, both to 50. They're blue parallels. Only example I have same type, but it's on the side here. It's a blue color. And you can see the 50 in the top right. So we only got 2 cards to 50 out of a case, which seems a little tight. Like, it seems very top heavy. There's a lot of, cards to a million, but as you get lower, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, which is probably always the case, but this felt a little tighter than normal. Here we have to 25. This is red, and we got 1 of these. So you can see the relative rarity of 1 red card in a case, and this is, it's a small sample size. I opened 1 case, so it could change. But, I mean, there weren't 30 red cards, there weren't 100. There was 1. So you get an idea. Like, these cards at 25 are not going to be super common. But yeah, cool Nate Landwehr card to red. It's a 25 red parallel. And then we got this, which is kind of a monster, if I have to say so. This is an emerald green parallel. Let's see if I can get you a good look at the color there. And that's a Shavkat to 5. So you can see the 5 there. We got 1 of these. 1 card to 5 in a case. And then there is Sepia. And these are also, again, just straight parallels, not autos or patches. We'll get to that. Sepia cards, we're kind of wondering what's the relative rarity of these. There's a nice Kamzat. As we're going through it, we got 8 of them out of 8 hobby boxes. You can do the math. It's 1 per box. So to collect this set, you're going to have to open 100 boxes and get a unique one every time. So they're not crazy rare, but they're actually kind of interestingly uncommon. So that's the Sepias. And that's all of our straight parallels. We're going to look at autos. So here's our auto pile. Let's see what we got here. First one is called Octagon Warriors. And we got a nice Manon Fioro. That's to 50. And we got a Jan Blachowicz to 299. I don't think 299 is like an appropriate parallel limit for autos. I think that's crazy. But we got 2 of these Octagon Warrior cards. 1 to 50, 1 to 299. And then the next one we have is Fearless Fighters, which we got 4 of. And there's going to be 3 to 299 and 1 to 25. So there's a wild disparity in the value of these. Like, the 299s to the 25. I mean, Jamal Hill is not my favorite for a lot of reasons, but I mean, just the difference in values is noticeable. So anyways, I'm not going to keep harping on that. You guys have heard me talk about 299 enough now. It's going to be like a thing in the chat. But yeah, so you can see we got a nice red to 25. And then we picked up 3 of these to 299. So that's 4 Fearless Fighters. And then we got this, which happens to be a good name and a good parallel, but we got 1 full contact card out of the whole case. So it doesn't mean that it's a case hit or anything like that, but general rarity, pretty high. Like, there's going to be a lot more autos of different types than these full contact ones. We got the Azamat Mirzakhanov, and it's to 8. So that's awesome. Super interesting card. We'll see what happens with this. And then these were also some bigger ones here. These are collagographs, which is, for me, a new card. Maybe it exists in baseball. It looks like a baseball card, actually. But we got a Nasruddin Imavov to 8 right there. That's awesome. And then we also got a Sean O'Malley base. So the base doesn't have a parallel. If it did, oh, I'm sorry. I looked at this last. It's the 99. I looked at this last night. I was like, nope, there's nothing there. I couldn't see it. It's the 99. So we got O'Malley to 99, Nasruddin Imavov to 8. So we got two collageographs, both good names, both parallels. And what do we got here? Three of these are called knockout autograph card. We got one blue to 50, one to 299, two to 299. So we got three knockout autographs, which these are kind of like the the base autograph, I would say, just knockout autograph. It isn't like something flashy, but we got three of them and one with a parallel. And then these are the 2012 throwback, which I don't know if there's a Khabib one, but if there is, I'm going to buy because 2012 is his rookie year. But we got two of these, both to 99. So you can see there's like a good distribution of autos. The autos are all like spread out nicely. You don't get like mostly one. We got a good even mix of autos, and also a much better mix of serial numbers on these. The inserts and the base parallels were much harder to get like a good distribution on. So the autos, I think they actually did a nice job on. As long as most cases are something like that, I think the autos came out very nice. And then here's the materials. So the first one we have here, this is a 1-2 combo, and we only got one of these. And this is also has no serial number. It's like a base relic. 1-2 combo, Yasmin Uruguay. 1-2 combo. So one of those per case for us on our first one. This we got four, five. So we got five of these. These are called knockout auto relics, and two of them are blue to 50, and then three of them are to 199. Which 199 is high, but I don't really hate it as much as that 299. The 199 is also, these exist in older Topps products, very similar patch autos, similar serial number. I think it's okay. We got one of these. Momentous Materials. This is a classic for Topps, especially for older UFC stuff. There's a bunch of Khabib Momentous Materials. This is debatably one of the better looking cards out of the whole set with the patch and the serial number. Some of that's because the red mixes well, but I mean, it just looks good. Gene Silva, don't hate that either. But we got one of these in the whole case. So it looks cool. It's an interesting card. We picked up, these are knockout relics. They are. So knockout relic card is going to be like your base relic. In this case, I got both of them to 50, so they're blue parallels. I don't know how high they go, but we only got two of them. So you can see they're spreading these things out too. You're not going to walk away with like 10 of any single one of them. These are the Auto Jumbo Fight Mat Relic. And you can see here's our monster, the JDM 101. That's the rarest style of 101 you can get in the whole product. It's 1 in 50,000 packs to hit this particular platinum card. So that's pretty wild, and we're thankful for that. And we also picked up, in addition, two more of them. The Holloway I thought was really cool, and I love the damaged and dirty patches. Give me more of that. Anything that looks different. Some of them being totally pristine is nice. I like the blood and guts ones. Send more. Send more, Topps. And then the Tabitha Ricci to 25. So that one's even torn up a little bit. I like that. Do more of that. So we got three of those total. Two of them deep. I mean, this is crazy, but the 25 is good too. And then the last one we got here, these are called what? All in Relic. I like these. They remind me of triple threads. I was not collecting when those came out, but going back in time and looking at them, it just kind of reminds me of that style. And so we picked up three of these, one blue to 50 right there. And you can see it's the outline is different. So I imagine like a red or a platinum is going to look wild on these. Imagine that all this being red or platinum. Or emerald green. Anything not dark, because the cards are kind of dark already. But something bright colored on there would be cool. So we got three of those. So again, the patches, obviously happy with the 101, but pretty good distribution too. It wasn't all the same thing. It was like pretty evenly mixed in there. And I forget which one it is. This one, the knockout autograph relic card. We got the most of this, and some to 50. But there's nothing wrong with getting if you're gonna get the majority of one style being a patch auto with a serial number. That's great. Like No one's upset about that. So I think this is all good. You get an idea of like kind of what's what, how frequent it is to see some of these. We also got two redemptions, which I just didn't include in the particular buckets, but a knockout autograph relic, Shamil Gaziev, and Octagon Warrior autograph, Asu Almabayev. So we'll get those. I don't know what we're gonna do with those, but yeah, that's it, guys. So that's what you can expect. Not necessarily a 101 in every case, but you can expect something along those lines as far as general rarity. The autos and the patches largely were good distribution. Where I see potentially a lot of value is looking for parallels that are base cards and inserts that are low numbered and inexpensive, because people might say, it's 25, maybe it's for $50. I think they're going to be much more rare than what people are thinking. So you're going to see other cards that are numbered to 50 from other products and go, it's not that rare. It's 50. There's 50 of them. There's not going to be that many of these for sale. I don't think a lot of people are buying them because the boxes are really expensive on the secondary market right now. 350 plus is too high. Shouldn't be that high. But I think that if you can find a good spot on somebody you like, whether it's for collecting or hopefully investing or whatever, look for low numbered parallels at good prices. That's the place that you're gonna stick and move, and you can do really well on some of these because the general rarity is there. That's where I think there's a big gap that people aren't going to see. You know, they're going to overlook a lot of these cards that are low parallels, and I think there's huge upside there. So that's my play of the week here, guys. I'm out of here. See you later. Bye.